Boy Nick here with another round of Nick picks, our top 100 of 2021 special. Sorry, the light is so bad over here. But so welcome. Oh, sorry, connection is unstable. Episodes where we are counting down the 100 greatest songs of the year. Now we already started yesterday from number 100 to 81. So after today's show, you can go back and rewatch 20 songs. Today we're going to continue with the next 20. And we're going all the way till Friday, New Year's Eve, when I will reveal the song of the year. So, but we got to get through some more songs before we get to that. I have to look at the monitor so much. So let's get going, shall we? Coming in at number 80. Oh, and going from yesterday's PowerPoint, I went and upped the font size as best as I could. So let's see how this works. Number 80 on my countdown is Moral of the Story from Ash. My Head and My Heart from Ava. Oh, connection unstable. Again, 79 is My Head and My Heart from Ava Max. Number 78 on the countdown is Girls in the Hood from Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion. My hottie. Love her. We'll talk in a sec. Number 77 is Baby I'm Jealous from Doja Cat. And BB Rexa and Doja Cat. Sorry, this is BB's song. And number 76 is Don't Stop from Megan Thee Stallion and Young Thug. Okay, so we'll pause for a sec so I can talk about these 5 songs. Moral of the story, I think I mentioned on one of my Nick Picks episodes this year. Ava Max, My Head and My Heart. I also mentioned this song because it had a reference to another song, Around the World, La La La. I forgot who sings it, but it's a song that came out in 1999. So they sample this song on My Head and My Heart. So, and like I said yesterday, what an amazing year she's had. If you didn't or if you haven't paid attention, she ended last year with Good News, the album. She came out with a mixtape this year called Something for the Hotties. So congratulations, Megan. I can't wait to see what you've got planned. Oh, sorry. Connection is unstable. So congrats to you, Megan. I can't wait to see what you have planned for 2022. I can't wait. And then BB Rexa put out some good hits this year. One of my favorites was Sacrifice. I don't think it's on the list, but I remember Baby I'm Jealous came out right at the end of 2020. So going into 2021, I think it was going to be a big hit. So kudos. Okay, we are 1/4 of the way done. We're at number 75 on our countdown. Smoking Out the Window from Silk Sonic. 74, Good Days from SZA. 73, Leave Before You Love Me from Marshmello featuring Jonas Brothers. 72, More Than My Hometown from Morgan Wallen. And 71 is Skate from Silk Sonic. Okay, let's pause it right there. All right, Silk Sonic, what an incredible year you've had. Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak decided to get together and form a band, modern day R&B hits that brought us back to the good old the 70s R&B disco. It was beautiful. So they debuted. Oh, connection is unstable. Hold on. If anybody was wondering why I stopped for the unstable, is because I have the very first live stream I did, and it did that. It cut out some of my parts. So, all right. So, Silk Sonic made their debut in March this year at the 2021 Grammys. Yeah, they were really late this year, the Grammys. But Monday, January 31st, we are heading back to the Grammys. And I'll have a live stream for that later on in January. But anyway, Silk Sonic, they had an incredible year at the Grammys with their debut. And from there, it has just been smooth sailing Their first album came out in November. We were so happy to see it. So going into 2022, I think Silk Sonic is going to dominate the charts with their album. And they'll have 2 new hits going into 2022. We'll see how they go. I really love Smoking Out the Window. That one, I love it. So I expect to see that song score highly next year on my list. SZA, don't really listen to SZA much. I've heard some good things about her music. We will see her later with Doja Cat later in the countdown. I know that. Um, Jonas Brothers has had a great year too. They put out a couple hits. This one was a summer hit, "Leave Before You Love Me." I saw them perform on 4th of July on TV. So Morgan Wallen, oh, you had an interesting year. Um, if you don't know the story behind Morgan Wallen, he had a crazy night. I don't know if he was drunk. I have to double check that. So we'll say allegedly he was drunk. If someone could confirm that for me, that'd be great. But he had a rough night. He was confronting some African American neighbors or something like that, and he used the N-word. So yeah, and they caught it on camera. They started circulating it. It was all bad. So from there, a lot of people, pretty much the term cancel culture got Morgan Wallen. They stripped him of some performances, some notoriety, and all that. Here's the interesting thing: is he got nominated for American Music Awards, but he wasn't allowed to attend. Why would you nominate him then? I thought you were punishing him. Like, I don't consider that a punishment if you're going to nominate him for stuff. And I think he got some Grammy noms. I'm not entirely sure. Billboard named him the top album of the year, Dangerous. I guess cancel culture doesn't exist. So I will say, and I'm not defending his actions. I don't condone what he's done because that's pretty bad to call someone that. But I'm gonna speak from a music standpoint. His music, I think he did deserve I think he deserved top 10 albums of the year. I wouldn't say his album was the best, but it's up there. His music was okay. And I think we'll see some more songs of his on the countdown later. But I don't condone what he said. Like, we cannot ignore he said that. So I'm not defending him in any way. So Morgan needs to watch his mouth, like, seriously. Especially these days, he needs to watch his mouth. So anyway, so I already talked about Silk Sonic, so let's move on. Okay, number 70 on our countdown is "We're Good" from Dua Lipa. Number 69 is "My Ex's Best Friend" from Machine Gun Kelly and Black Bear. Number 68 is the 34 plus 35 remix from Ariana Grande featuring Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion. Number 67 is "That's What I Want" from Lil Nas X. And number 66 is "Traitor" from Olivia Rodrigo. Okay, let's pause. Dua Lipa, what a year you've had. 2020, she dominated 2020. She had on my list last year, she had 2 songs in my top 10. And then 2021 at the Grammy, she killed her performance. Beautiful. Go check out Dua Lipa's Grammy performance from this year. It was epic. Awesome. She's definitely learned how to dance since then. I remember seeing her old dancing videos. It's so cringeworthy. Machine Gun Kelly, he's one of those people that is just so cocky. I just don't want to support him, and he thinks he's because he's got a hot girlfriend. And so anything you say about him, he's going to turn it around and say, "Yeah, but are you dating Megan Fox?" No, you're not. So I hate people like that. I hate that they use that as like an excuse, an easy excuse, a cop out, if you will. But sure enough, "My Ex's Best Friend" was dominating the charts this year. I heard it all this year. I actually heard it New Year's Eve last year. He was on New Year's Rockin' Eve and he performed in Times Square. I didn't realize it was "My Ex's Best Friend," but it was. So yeah, give credit where credit's due. Okay, the 34 plus 35 remix. The beginning of the year, that's when I heard the news that they collaborated these three women, and I could not wait. I was so like I was itching for anticipation. I couldn't wait for that single to drop. And then the music video, their bodies, sickening. Love it. I love their bodies in that video. It's just whoever had the idea of putting those three together, you get an A plus this year. Like amazing. As for the original 34 plus 35, you can expect to see that later in my countdown. So, and I think 34 plus 35 came around this like this part of the countdown last year, the original. So, that's what I want from Lil Nas X. Lil Nas X pretty much took over 2021. His first album came out, Montero. He made so many YouTube videos kind of promoting. He's a marketing person. Like he promoted the heck out of Montero. So kudos to you. Video Music Awards Video of the Year was Montero, Call Me by Your Name, and we're definitely going to see that song later in our countdown. And then he just made an appearance on the Maury Show this past fall. That was a sight to see. That was very, that was exciting. Um, so Lil Nas, congratulations! You definitely took over 2021. We're anxious to see what you're going to be doing next year. Maybe some touring. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But keep it going with that marketing thing because it really helped you. It boosted your ego and all that. So good job. And Olivia Rodrigo, same to you. You had an incredible year. This is her first, but not her last single on my countdown. I've got a few more hits from her that will be showing up later. But Traitor just came out this last chunk of the year. Very, very cute ballad, very peaceful. And I expect to see Traitor score very highly next year on my countdown. I think it's going to be um, it might get close to top 10, but I'm already predicting this might be a top 10 hit next year. But we'll see. Olivia might come out with some more hits next year. We'll see. But anyway, her album Sour, hands down one of the best albums of this year. Not for me personally, but just in general, like it was a very successful album, and she's up for so many Grammys this year in 2022. This is going to be a real horse race to see who wins album of the year. So good luck to you, Olivia. We'll talk more about you when we get to more of your songs. So okay, the last part of our countdown for today, number 65, Take My Breath from The Weeknd. Number 64, POV from Ariana Grande. Number 63, Wild Side from Normani and Cardi B. Number 62, Damage by Her. And number 61 is Wonder by Shawn Mendes. Okay, The Weeknd. The Weeknd dominated 2020. Was my song of the year last year, Blinding Lights. So going into 2021, he was the Super Bowl halftime performance this year, and he killed it. I loved every moment of it. A lot of people were making memes because of, the camera angles and all that stuff. So, but Save Your Tears was the big hit from this year, and it definitely will be showing up later in my countdown. As well as the remix with my girl Ariana Grande. We've seen quite a few collaborations from The Weeknd and Ariana Grande together, so I like that. Maybe we'll get more later on down the road. But Take My Breath was a nice little pop, energetic piece from this year. So let me get my water. All right. Speaking of Ariana Grande, bruh. So Positions came out at the end of 2020, so we knew 2021 it was going to get a whole bunch of notoriety, and it was going to get its runtime, and was going to get a boost in its rankings. So POV came out this year, and I just fell in love. I just fell in love with this piece. It was it almost brings you to tears, honestly. And I feel like this can be somebody's wedding song. Two people just dancing, having that first dance, listening to this song. It's beautiful. So, Wild Side. We finally hear from Normani this year. She finally woke up and answered the call. Um, yeah, and she delivered. She made us wait, and the wait was worth it. And with Cardi B, at that matter, um, they kept Cardi busy this summer. She did that. She did Rumors with Lizzo, and she did this. She was pregnant both times. Um, Sorry, I've been up super early today. Um, she was pregnant during both those music videos. She made a surprise announcement about her pregnancy this year. I don't think we found out until like the summertime, actually, when she was almost due, because I think her baby was due in September. Um, and she performed at the Grammys pregnant. It was like very early in the pregnancy though, so she knew, and that's why her movement looked kind of stiff. That's because she was pregnant. So, her, I believe we also saw her at the Super Bowl this year. I think she did America the Beautiful, and she killed that performance. Bruh, when she plays her guitar, man, like it's so beautiful. I love it. She's a performer. So I'm hoping she'll be at the Grammys in January. I'll have to wait and see because she has some nominations this year. But damn it, I like this. I haven't really sat down and listened to it until like today. And when I heard it, okay, I hear Days of Our Lives samples, I think, from Bone Thugs and Harmony. I love that. I love that she sampled from that song. That was beautiful. And then Shawn Mendes put out a few hits this year. I think Wonder came out at the very end of last year, so it was going to be put on my list this year. And then Summer of Love. Oh, I'm sorry. Summer of Love. Could have been done with that song, and I don't. I think that's why it's not on my list. We could try again next year. And he just broke up with Camila Cabello this last part of the year, so that was a shocker. I wasn't expecting that. So, but yeah, so there you have it, number 80 through 61 on my countdown. Oh, you probably, I don't know if you can see that, but I'll read it to you. We have 3 more days to go on our countdown. Tomorrow, we are going to do songs number 60 through 41. We are going to reach the halfway mark tomorrow. And remember, Friday, we are going to have our last 20 songs of the countdown, our last 20 songs of the year, and we will name our song of 2021. So I'm getting very excited. Real quick, I want to talk about what I've got planned in January for Nick Picks. Call it the sneak preview section because I always do that on my Nick Picks show. In January, we need to sit and have a live stream for the Grammy Award predictions. I will actually sit down and make my predictions soon. And then we'll just do a whole live stream. Or we'll do some during the Nick Picks episodes. Release a couple of categories. And then I think that might be it. We're going to do a few episodes. I'm thinking I might just do a show every. No, I can't do it every week. I'm going to maybe like do 3 more shows in January because I need to sit and get prepped for Celebrity Big Brother. That's going to be in February. So we're going to take a break from Nick Picks until March, but I will still be doing the Big Brother show. So I'll probably take the last week of January off so I can get ready for Celebrity Big Brother. And the schedule is going to be crazy too. So in January, we'll talk about the Big Brother schedule and how I'm going to do the episodes because I want to keep it weekly. I don't want to be posting random episodes. I want it to stick to 1 week. And judging by the schedule that I've already seen, it looks like I'm going to stick to Thursdays in February. So that'll work out. And they'll be all live streams. So let's see how that works next year. So that is it. So that's my sneak previews. So The regular Nick Pick shows will resume on the 7th, I believe. So 7th, 14th, and the 21st. We'll have those 3 shows, and then I'll take the 28th off and get ready for Celebrity Big Brother. All right. Well, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in tomorrow when we count down the next 20 songs on our countdown. We're counting down to number 1 as we count down the final days of 2021. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.